Hey there, illusionist and speaker David Knight with Knight Illusions here. Thank you for joining me in this series, Message in a Minute. Each week we'll look briefly at a piece of scripture and cull a quick nugget of wisdom out of it. The goal is to keep it short, under 60 seconds, but hopefully inspirational and challenging as well. So let's take a look at this week's passage and get to our Message in a Minute. Honor the Lord, you heavenly beings. Honor the Lord for His glory and strength. Honor the Lord for the glory of His name. Worship the Lord in the splendor of His holiness. The voice of the Lord echoes above the seas. The God of glory thunders. The Lord thunders over the mighty sea. The voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is majestic. The voice of the Lord splits the mighty cedars. The Lord shatters the cedars of Lebanon. He makes Lebanon's mountains skip like a calf. He makes Mount Hermon leap like a young wild ox. The voice of the Lord strikes with bolts of lightning. The voice of the Lord makes the barren wilderness quake. The Lord shakes the wilderness of Kadesh. The voice of the Lord twists mighty oaks and strips the forests bare. In His temple, everyone shouts, "Glory!" The Lord rules over the floodwaters. The Lord reigns as king forever. The Lord gives His people strength. The Lord blesses them with peace. Have you ever watched as a thunderstorm rages outside your window? My wife Kylie loves to open the blinds and watch as nature puts on a glorious display of thunder and lightning. And most of us can appreciate a good storm, as long as we're inside and safe and the wind and rain are not too vicious or too close, unless of course you're Lieutenant Dan. Now, in this passage, the power of God's voice is being compared to the fiercest, most earth-shaking storm you have ever experienced. And the imagery is tangible. Mighty cedar trees turned into toothpicks. Mountains jump from their foundations. Forests stripped bare. To some, seeing this impressive display of strength is a cause for dismay and terror. The psalmist reminds all to give the Lord honor and to worship Him in the midst of the disturbance. He also reassures us that God will give us strength and peace, even as the storm rages. In other words, the voice of the Lord is not something to be afraid of. Rather, it is a source of great comfort. You see, the psalmist views God as being on our side. And how you see God affects the way you see everything else in life, even the storms. Well, that's this week's Message in a Minute. I hope you got something out of it. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Be sure to leave a comment below. And if you really enjoyed it, make sure to like this video and share it with your friends. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next week for Message in a Minute.